Hello, my beautiful Cancers. Greetings from Poland. I'm doing some messages from your animal spirit today. This is designed by Stephen Harmer. He's a psychotherapist, licensed one, and a shamanic practitioner. These are the messages that tapping onto an area of your life and something you can look into, self-reflect on, and also gives you a piece of advice. So I really like this, and it's about different animals. So I'm pulling one card this week, pair, star sign. However, you can look into it anytime throughout the year. This can be very fluid. Okay, so let's see what is the message for you. Well, I've got little ants on me. My lovely Cancers, what is the message for you? Wow, honeybee, nice one. Let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. Whichever situation you're dealing with, Cancer, this week or this upcoming month, let compassion and forgiveness be the top priority in this situation. So even if you're annoyed with someone at work, if your partner is annoying you, make sure that the most important thing for you is that you both, or at least you, showing them compassion and forgiveness. This is very much like you anyway. Okay, you don't want to argue over something that it's pointless possibly. Honeybee, let's see what else can we get onto this. And now and then I read the cards because I don't know all of the meanings. Over time I'll probably learn by heart and I will sort of understand it better. Honeybee. Okay, Cancers, to re-up all the sweetness that life has to offer, focus on compassion and forgiveness, which you do anyway, right? Compassion means that you have heartfelt empathy for the suffering and misfortune of others, yet remain somewhat detached so that you don't take on the sorrow and distress as your own. And this is a very good message here for you, Cancers, because you very family oriented, you really care for people, you always show compassion to people who are hurting or suffering, but it's important to remember not to take on the energy. Okay, it's like with the tarot readers, we have to do certain different things to make sure we don't take on the energy of people. Okay, because you don't want to suffer because someone suffers. But I know, because my ascendant is Cancer as well, I suffer when others suffer, and it's hard being this way. So don't take the sorrow or distress of other people. Forgiveness requires that you first acknowledge and accept responsibility for your judgments rather than pretending they don't exist or professing to always sustain a non-judgmental attitude. Let me read that again. So forgiveness requires that you first acknowledge and accept responsibility for your judgment. Okay. So if there was an issue with someone and you, whether it's work related, we talk about relationship between people, right? First accept if maybe you judge someone, and if you did judge someone, accept that you did it and why you did it. Okay, or if someone judged you, forgive them for the judgment. Okay, and release those judgments. First acknowledge, okay, did I judge someone for the way they look? Did I judge someone for what they said? Did I judge someone based on what I assume, my assumption? Okay, did I judge someone because they've got different color of skin? Did I judge someone because they're from a different country, etc., etc.? Acknowledge this, because sometimes we're all judging people even if we don't want it. But now the next step for you is to release this judgment. Okay, I'm not saying this is something you're experiencing, but if you might be, if we all experiencing it, but this card is coming up for you today. Okay, maybe someone judged you. Okay, so it's about compassion and forgiveness here. So to do so, think of someone, Cancer, past or present, with whom you have judgments or criticism. Okay, so I've never read this before, but I thought that would make sense, and they're sort of repeating what I've said. To do so, think of someone past or present with whom you have judgments or criticism. Trust that the first person that comes to mind is the appropriate one to start with. Consider 2 or 3 specific criticism that you have about this individual. preferably capture with one word, such as selfish or cold. So think of someone who annoyed you and who you always criticize. Why do I criticize them? Okay, maybe I said that they were selfish, they were self-absorbed, they were cold. Then find a quiet place, go inside yourself, Cancer, and look for that part of you that's exactly like what you are judging in the other person. Oh, nice one. So think about those three qualities of someone that negative that you criticize them for. Then find a quiet place like this one, for example, and find those three qualities that you said, that someone is selfish, someone is ignoring you, someone is cold. Have you ever been like this? Can you find those three qualities in you? And I'm sure you can. Okay. And then you realize, oh my goodness, I'm judging these people or they judging me, but we all are the same at times. Do you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we're moaning about stuff, like I moan about people now and then I'm like, oh my goodness, but I'm no better. I'm not saying this is what you're doing, but it's something to self-reflect on. That is the card that came out for you. Okay, because we're all different, right? It may be a very prominent part of yourself, or rather small aspect. So there might be a big aspect of your personality, or little like that. You might identify it by recalling times when you've behaved in ways that resemble what you're criticizing. So sometimes when we criticize someone, actually we find that we know better, that we've done something similar, or acted in a similar way, or said something in a similar way than how these people, someone's done it. Once you discover that part of you, simply say to it, I love you and I forgive you. Okay, so this is not just about judging other people, it's about judging yourself also. So judging others and finding similarity to your behavior, finding within yourself, and then be like, oh, see, I've judged this person for this or that, but actually I recall when I was acting in a similar way in this situation. Because sometimes we act strangely under the pressure. My phone is calling, but I'm gonna switch it off so I can finish this off. If necessary, repeat this 2 or 3 times and notice any emotions that come up. I love you and I forgive you. And then you can give a call to someone, you can tell them this. In the coming days, be aware of any feelings that arise that may be associated with this experience. Practice this at least once daily for the next few days and watch what happens. So no judgment, don't judge yourself, don't judge others. If someone judged you, if someone was not nice to you, think about why did they do it, and has this ever happened to you as well? Probably has, because we're all human beings. Like I said, we all go through similar issues in life, and our behavior is very, very similar. Cancers, thank you very much. I will talk to you next week. Bye.